So I'm here with Maximus, and we are up in Hendon, and we are on mock test.
Yes.
So, you want me to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen on the test?
Sure.
Okay, so the following will be a test of your driving ability. It's going to last approximately 35 to 40 minutes. At all times, I like to follow the road ahead unless I tell you to turn left or turn right, or unless road signs indicate otherwise. And if I need you to turn, I'll tell you in good time. We're going to take in one reversing maneuver, possibly an emergency stop, about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes of sat-nav, and I'll be asking you a couple of show-me-tell-me questions. Tell me how you would check that your brakes were working before starting a journey.
I'd check if they were spongy. If they are, then it's not very good. But they feel good. They feel good.
Listen, you're not too far off with that, to be honest. The answer to that question is the pedal should not feel spongy or slack. You should probably check them as you're moving off, and the car shouldn't pull to one side. All right, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and when we see you next, we'll be starting the test. All right, so whenever you're ready, Maximus, drive off to the right, please. And then if you can just take this next road on the right here, please. At the roundabout, turn right, please.
The first 5 minutes of any driving test is crucial, and Maximus is in good control and taking every junction as textbook. His mirrors and signal to exit the roundabout is a little bit rushed, but there's absolutely nobody there, so no fault.
And at the end of the road here, turn left. And at the roundabout, turn right, fourth exit, please.
Maximus is a little bit hesitant on the entrance of this roundabout, but it's only advisory, no fault. Apart from that, he deals with the roundabout well.
And then if you can take this next road on the left as well, please.
Maximus responds well to the pedestrian crossing that's just on the mouth of this junction. At first glance, it looks like he's being unduly hesitant, but he's aware of an approaching pedestrian on the left-hand side and just confirms that that pedestrian is not going to cross.
At the roundabout, just follow the road ahead, please. And then just find somewhere to pull up on the left in a safe place. Fantastic. Drive on when you're ready, please.
In your test, you will move off and stop somewhere between 4 and 8 times, so don't be surprised when the examiner pulls you over as if at random.
And at the roundabout, just follow the road ahead. And then if you could, again, find somewhere to pull up on the left in a safe place. Okay, that's fine. Drive on when you're ready, please.
And in both these occasions, Maximus's move-off is textbook.
Okay, at the roundabout, turn right here, please. And then again, if you could find somewhere to pull up on the left in a safe place.
Maximus initially tries to pull up on a double yellow line, realizes his mistake, cancels the signal, keeps going, doesn't panic, and looks for somewhere else to pull up in a safe spot. And when he has to reposition the car, he looks over his shoulder to make sure it's safe.
Okay. That'll do. Okay, so now we're going to follow the sat nav for a period of approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Drive on when you're ready.
After 80 yards, sharp left, Watling Avenue.
Maximus picks up his first minor fault of this test. The curb bends easily round to the left, but he keeps his wheels very straight. He does manage to get on his side of the road without a problem, but you should be following the curb. Maximus maintains a good speed and position from these parked cars, especially as it's quite tight. When he spots a pedestrian in the road, he comes to a stop, but the pedestrian waves him on. He does the right thing. Again, Maximus does the right thing for these traffic lights. As he's approaching them, he comes off the gas just in anticipation that they may change. Again, Maximus manages his speed well as he enters the high street. He does pick up a minor fault for braking though.
At the end of the road, turn left, A5, turn to Broadway.
As he enters a meeting situation with a bus, he forgets to go back to gear 1 and comes to a stop probably a little bit more abruptly than he wanted to. It's only a driver fault though.
Turn right. After 80 yards, turn left, Plaza Walk, then turn around when possible.
Just ignore that.
Turn left, then turn around when possible.
Okay, just follow the road ahead, please.
It's about to get very dark after the bright sunshine.
Okay, so if you just take this next road on the left here, and then if you can find a bay,
What type of...
I'd like you to do a reverse bay park into any bay to the left or to the right, finishing off in between the lines. And this is incredibly dark in here, isn't it?
It's kind of hard to see, to be honest.
Especially after coming in out of the light.
Maximus again does very well here with the reverse bay park. After the bright sunshine, it took a little while for both our eyes to adjust to the darkness, but he does very well, does all the observation and finishes off in between the lines. It's now time to get back to the light.
Brilliant. You done?
Yeah.
Good. Drive on when you're ready. We're going to head to the exit, okay? See the exit over there?
Maximus has to deal with a car that's stopped just before the bend.
It's a really silly place to stop your car.
If you need to stop your car, always consider where you are stopping. By stopping on the bend, he forced Maximus to go wide, and if somebody had come round the corner quickly, that could have been dangerous.
After 80 yards, turn left, Capital Way.
Maximus is about to pick up a driver fault for approach speeds to junctions.
Turn left.
It's very slight, but there is a car coming, and he did approach just a little bit too quickly.
At the end of the road, turn left, then, at the end of the road, turn right. Turn left, Capital Way, then, at the end of the road, turn right.
Maximus is approaching a width restriction and deals with it well.
Turn right, stab lane, then take the third left.
It initially appears that Maximus is unduly hesitant at this roundabout, but there is a car turning left on his right-hand side, and he waits for the car to turn before he emerges. In the following meeting situation, he gets a little bit close to the parked car. It is advisable to give at least a couple of car lengths of space to make it easier to pull out, but this is just advisory. When he proceeds forwards, he maintains a good slow speed.
After 80 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the fourth exit, Holyrood Gardens.
Maximus again manages the roundabout well and counts all his exits off so he keeps track of where he is on the roundabout. Maximus comes off the roundabout and enters another tight road, and enters a meeting situation with a van coming the other way. He chooses to stop next to parked cars on his right-hand side, but he doesn't tuck the car into the left enough. This doesn't leave enough space for the van to come through, so the van comes to a stop. Maximus responds very well though, and moves forwards. Whenever you're entering a meeting situation, always consider where you're coming to a stop. If you're actually blocking the road, you may not be helping the situation. Maximus responds very well to a van reversing out into the main road. He comes to a stop, allows the van to finish, and then proceeds safely afterwards. As Maximus is about to turn right here, he's blocked by a car that's waiting at a red light. However, the red light is not for this car, and this is a mistake that many drivers make. If you look closely at the floor, there is no stop line. When you come to a set of traffic lights, to confirm they're not the secondary light, always look for a stop line on the floor.
After 100 yards, turn left, Montrose Avenue.
Maximus is travelling just a little bit too fast for this junction and picks up a driver fault for approach speed to junctions.
Right.
When it's safe to do so, could you clean your rear windscreen using your windscreen wiper and washers, please?
Maximus keeps full control of the car while he cleans the rear windscreen.
That'll do, thank you very much.
Maximus is not driving fast enough for this road and picks up an appropriate speed fault.
Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
Maximus does well on this roundabout, but on the next roundabout, which is at the end of the sat-nav, he straight lines it and picks up a driver fault for response to road markings.
After 200 yards, you have reached your destination.
Okay, and I'll be directing you as normal.
Okay.
The roundabout, follow the road ahead, please.
On this mini roundabout, he demonstrates exactly how it should be done. Maximus is again driving a little bit too slowly for this road and picks up another appropriate speed fault. He's not driving more than 20 miles an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone.
At the end of this road here, turn left.
Maximus has been on course for a pass this entire test and has picked up a few driver faults, but nothing serious. On this junction, he emerges a little bit too quickly and slows a vehicle down from behind. This is a serious fault for crossing the path of oncoming vehicles. Unfortunately, I don't have a great camera angle of this, but you can actually see how close the car got here. The mistake that Maximus made is he thought a car turning left would act as a shield. But unfortunately, the car peeled off very quickly.
And then take the next road on the right here, please.
This last right turn leads us back into Beaufort Park, Hendon Test Centre. That's how close he came.
How was that?
I made a mistake at the end.
Right.
When after I let everyone cross the crossing, I saw that person turn left. Maybe I should have waited for the next guy as well to come past.
Pedestrian crossing. You talking about the pedestrian crossing? After that, the merge on the junction.
Yeah, because I saw the first guy was turning left, so I was using him as a shield. But then maybe the other guy was too close behind him to have gone then.
Is a car peeling off to the left a shield?
Does that not count as a shield?
How long is it going to be a shield for if it's peeling off left?
Not long.
If it's turning right and it has to wait for oncoming traffic, is it a shield?
Yeah.
I mean, it may be, maybe not. So do you think you passed or failed?
Oh, I probably failed because of that.
You're right. That would be tragic,
Yeah.
considering the rest of your test. That's the only serious fault.
So I would have passed if
Yes.
not for that.
Yes.
What other mistakes did I make in general?
Okay, so a little bit heavy on your foot brake, going through burnt oak, and you were slowing the car down. And then you were going to change gear. You realised you had to change gear to go back to gear 1. You just did it a bit late, and then you just stopped the car for no reason. Steering, you were turning left and you had your wheels straight.
What was the building
Again,
like?
minor. It was kind of right at the beginning of the sat-nav. Response to road markings. The sat-nav was didn't tell you there was a roundabout, but there was a roundabout in front of you. You just went straight across it. And then when I gave you a route direction on the next roundabout, this was at the end of the sat-nav. When I gave you a route direction at the roundabout, follow the road ahead, you went round it. But even if the sat-nav or I don't say there's a roundabout, if there is one, do we just go straight across it?
No.
Again, just a minor.
Yeah.
Appropriate speed. I gave you 2. I could possibly give you 3. This is not driving fast enough. So again, just after the sat-nav finished, we're driving down that road that was after you went across that roundabout, and then the other couple of mini roundabouts. You were doing 20 miles an hour, and you wouldn't brake it. I'm not saying you had to do 30, but
Yeah.
you could have picked it up to 22, 23, 24, 25 at points. Sometimes, okay, it was just you were holding it at 20, you didn't want to go above it. Approach speed to junctions. One, you already said to me you wouldn't have done that with the roadworks, and you did another one which was just a fraction too fast. And we came out of the car park, not massively, just a little bit, okay? And then meeting. I gave you a minor for this because it all solved itself, but where you stopped, the van couldn't come through. So then you had to move forwards. He then pulled in for you, then you moved forwards and went round.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So when you come into a stop in meeting situations, which is really nice, I mean, you did the right thing to pull up for him to let him to come through. Why do you think it's important to sort of judge the size of the vehicle that's going to have to fit through the gap that you're giving them?
Absolutely.
And not just where you're positioned, what else should you be assessing?
Who behind me?
Yes, it wasn't behind you that was blocking you. What did you have parked on the other side of the road next to you?
Car.
Yeah, and that creates a bottleneck. Could that van get through?
No.
Which is why he waited for you.
Yeah.
Yeah? He encouraged you to go through. Because it all worked out, it's fine. But if you're going to hold back for somebody, don't just consider that space, consider the space here. Is there enough room? But otherwise, yeah, that would have been a pass. Just that last one right at the end. Okay, well listen, that is the end of this mock test. This is Max's mock test. So, see you next time. Get well out.